Hey, welcome in. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Are you going stir crazy yet?
You know, it's a good thing that I'm such a homebody anyway, but I am going a little stir crazy.
Yeah, I get that. But you're being safe and we're socially distancing. So that's the important part. So we're going to dig right in tonight. As you guys all know, our COVID-19 coverage has required a lot more work and hours from our already small staff. So we appreciate your support, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, this important coverage that we're committed to bringing to our local audience. And we appreciate the support of Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine. And we're going to kick stuff off tonight by talking about something kind of cool that UAB is doing.
Yeah, UAB has actually released an online COVID-19 symptom tracker, and it is using this to track the latest hotspots across the South to have a better idea of where the disease is spreading. And UAB is asking for the public's help, because by tracking those symptoms on the site each day, UAB says it will be able to see how many people in each area have been affected. And I think that that's pretty cool that they're working on that.
Yeah, I do think it's cool. It's, it's one of those things where, I was reading a story about a friend of mine who thinks that she has coronavirus, not anywhere near here, in another state. And she mentioned something about how difficult it was to kind of know, because those symptoms didn't show up for a couple of days. So hopefully this will help with that. And that website is helpbeatcovid19.org, showing on your screen right now. So definitely an interesting approach to things for sure.
Yeah, and as far as the latest numbers released from the Alabama Department of Public Health, as of 6:40 p.m., there are 1,265 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in the state, and the global count has surpassed 1 million cases, according to the World Health Organization. Locally, all three counties saw a rise in cases, with Elmore County and Tallapoosa County moving to 17 confirmed cases each, and Coosa County gaining 2 more, moving to 6 total confirmed cases over there.
Yeah, and that was another big jump again since the morning update. Over 100 more positive confirmed cases. Seems like those are really jumping throughout the day. So it's important to know that it's here in Alabama, obviously, and becoming more and more prevalent as more and more people are getting tested.
Yeah, and there have been 32 reported deaths in Alabama, according to Alabama Department of Public Health, with 17 of those being confirmed to be from COVID-19. So 32 reported, 17 total confirmed, investigated from the coronavirus.
Right. So locally, a really cool project. Russell Medical actually invented a UVC box, which sterilizes N95 masks. It's really an interesting story, actually.
Yeah, so that is able to, with the shortage of supplies across the country, this is going to, kind of get ahead of the curve and help extend the life of those masks. So this was a joint effort of research and physics being developed by maintenance manager Shannon Browning. Russell Medical has plenty of masks in stock right now, but if they can sterilize these masks in this way to be reused, they can stockpile them for any potential shortage in the future.
Yeah, and it sounds like you got to read the story in the Outlook tomorrow, because I already read it and I don't really understand it because it's a whole lot of science that I don't get. But it sounds like basically, they put them in that box that you were just seeing on your screen, and they zap them with these UV lights, and it sterilized them. And it had something to do with, they sort of measured out how many joules of light they needed per centimeter of mask, and really, really interesting stuff. So I think that's a really cool project that our local people are working on.
Yeah, I think that's awesome that locally, our Russell Medical Maintenance Manager was able to get that together. And like you said, it's over my head as far as the work that goes into it, but I give them credit. And I think that it's great that they're looking ahead to, try to be able to handle any potential shortage that has not even happened yet.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to take just a quick break, and we'll be back to move over to Elmore County and talk some other stuff before we end for the evening. All right, welcome back. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. We've talked, some numbers, some local Tallapoosa County news, and then we want to move over to Elmore County news. We did get an update from Elmore County Community Hospital on some of what's going on over there.
Yeah, so as of Thursday afternoon, Elmore Community Hospital officials did say that it has 8 patients currently on isolation status, and 2 of those patients are confirmed to have COVID-19. And this, again, there are 17 confirmed cases over there in Elmore County. The administrator said that these patients received treatment for pneumonia, which, is a medical complication of a severe case of COVID-19. Could be caused. So that is the latest update from Elmore Community Hospital. Also in Elmore County schools, they have started to hand out Chromebooks to students in preparation for going back to school next week. Superintendent Richard Dennis did say that parents will receive an automated call tomorrow, Friday, with updates concerning details of the start of school next week.
Yeah, and I noticed a comment actually on the Outlook Facebook page about something about Pelham schools. They were not going to go back to school. And I think it has been left up to the discretion of each school district to decide what they're going to do. But we're glad that here in Tallapoosa County and Elmore County, they've decided to keep their kids in school. Obviously, education is still really important. And even if it's sort of this blended way of learning, certainly doing something is better than doing nothing, in our opinion.
Yeah, and I think we should really keep the teachers and the educators and administrators in our thoughts right now, because this whole situation is so new to everybody, but especially teachers who really thrive on that in classroom communication and kind of camaraderie with their students. And I know that this is a difficult time for everyone, but especially them. So be patient if your kids are in school right now and, you're dealing with their teachers kind of learning how to maneuver through this, because just remember it's brand new to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So as always, we do want to get into our myth versus fact segment. So one of the big things that we've seen on social media and rumors that have been floating around is that the coronavirus pandemic started when someone in China ate a bat. And the World Health Organization has actually said it's not possible to precisely know how humans were initially infected with this virus.
Yeah, and the CDC says that COVID-19 does originate in bats, suggesting an animal-to-person spread, but, it's unclear how those initial patients were originally infected.
Probably, in my opinion, I would stick away from eating bats, but that's just me.
One of our columnists, Dr. Gerald Hallmark, some viewers will be familiar with him. He actually wrote this week that he is just staying away from eating those fruit bats, just in case, just to be clear.
Just in case, you never know. So as always, we want to end on a high note as well. We've got some feel-good stories out of Tallahassee and Wetumpka tonight.
Yeah, over in Tallahassee, little feel-good story for y'all. A group of volunteers was able to feed some kids today. Tamika Rayleigh gave Lauren Hooks lunch today at the Wall Street Community Center in Tallahassee, where Willie Smith and several other volunteers did hand out lunches to locals today. That group has been giving out these lunches since schools were canceled And in that time, they've given away or delivered over 1,000 meals to people in the Tallahassee community. So I think that's really great.
Yeah, I think that's awesome as well. Over in sports, there is still sports somehow. The Wetumpka football team actually held a virtual team workout. So Coach Tim Perry, all these kids, they lose that camaraderie and brotherhood of a football team and working out together, and they push each other. So Coach Tim Perry organized a Zoom conference call where they could work out together, and over 38 people actually joined that workout. So that's really cool. And our sports writer, Caleb Turrentine, is working on a story about that, which will be on the Herald website in the coming days.
That's really great. It's so good to see, like I said, teachers and coaches and everyone else right now being able to kind of come up with some alternatives to see each other and make this thing work, because like we all know, this is just a really unprecedented, uneasy time. And I think that the more that people can get together in that way, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And always, we will be here. You can get some socially distanced entertainment with us maybe. But no, we'll be here every weeknight at 7 p.m. And, we want to thank the community for their support, and also the support from our sponsor, Russell Medical Wound and Hyperbaric Medicine. We appreciate everything that they're able to do for us.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and, just be sure to check all of our websites twice a day, where we will update you with the latest confirmed cases and deaths across the state, and continue to keep up with us every weeknight here at 7 o'clock, and check our websites for any potential stories. And we're happy to keep you guys informed and be your trusted source during all this. Again, I'm Santana Wood, managing editor, alongside sports editor Lizzie Arbogast. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, guys.